Sorry, I'm just fixing my hair and like getting ready for this. Welcome back to another free weekend. Yes, I said it, free for Bellator's Wicked Fight Nights this Saturday. It's not so much free, that may be misleading, as it is to subscribe to the DAZN network. Co-headline and headline, in my opinion, can uphold a UFC pay-per-view event any day of the week. Because the first fight we're going to talk about on the card is the next stage in the Welterweight Grand-Prix, which in my opinion, if it was obviously in a shorter term length to prepare for each fight, would be my favorite tournament in all of MMA history. We have, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, welterweight on the planet, and the previous Bellator welterweight champion, Douglas Lima, going up against such a slick, unorthodox striker in undefeated Michael Venom Page. Now, Michael Venom Page is coming off a recent victory, back and forth style-esque fight, in my opinion, against very tough slugger Paul Daly. That was his fight that he was going to prove if he was ready for this next stage in the career. I'm a huge Michael Venom Page, but I'm not yet sold that he's going to be one of the best ever. His striking is unorthodox, he is very fun to watch, but I do find that although he doesn't show it in his face, his body, his demeanor, he does lack when the pressure is put on him, such as Paul Daly was doing a little bit, and of course switching it to the ground, where we can see Michael Venom Page needs the most work. I spit on my camera. But when we look at Doug Lima's resume, it is far superior in terms of the names and styles that he's beaten and the way he's gone about to beat those opponents. He is extremely well-rounded. His kickboxing is phenomenal, so he's not going to be afraid to stand up at Michael Venom Page, but he also has superb Brazilian jiu-jitsu. His takedown defense is near second to none. We had Rory McDonald, who controversially won the belt from him, but he had such a hard time keeping Doug Lima on the back, and this is coming from one of the best wrestlers in MMA, period. Doug Lima's fought the best of the best. He one-sidedly manhandled Paul Daly far more impressively than something Michael Venom Page did. And he's fought UFC vets and beating the likes of Andrei Koreshkov. I don't think it's going to be a very mixed martial arts-esque style fight. I think it's going to be more of a kickboxing bout. He's not going to be able to get past the maturity and the experience and the calm demeanor that Douglas Lima has. Michael Venom Page is not going to be able to do those little showboating antics, the little dancing inside the cage and get away with it. Douglas Lima is not going to let that happen. Douglas Lima is going to take him apart with those leg kicks and those body shots. He's not going to be there necessarily trying to headhunt, at least right away. This is a fight where Douglas Lima is going to clean the mat up with Michael Venom Page and just throw him around. The keys to victory for me, for Douglas Lima, to keep this a simple fight. Obviously pick him apart to kickboxing, but inevitably get a hold of him. You're much smarter and much slicker than him on the ground, so you don't want to take any chances. Just take him to the ground and use your jiu-jitsu to get that vicious ground and pound that you love and are so damn good at. Michael Venom Page's keys to victory here is keeping it at a distance. To be honest, you don't want to get in close, because this is where Douglas Lima is going to thrive. You're going to want to use your long limbs and just keep it at a distance and hopefully get the nod on the judges card. Hopefully for you, not hopefully for me. I'm a Doug Lima fan, remember? I thought Douglas Lima is going to be able to wear and tear Michael Venom Page and really frustrate him and tire him out with the wrestling and extreme level changes that MVP is not really used to seeing, except for kind of at his last bout against a far inferior fighter in Paul Daly. But inevitably, I think Douglas Lima is just going to take this down and end up getting a submission or a ground and pound victory in round 3. That's what I believe. Now, when we go to the main event, we have a fantastic matchup. A champ versus champ. An opportunity for a fighter of Bellator to become the champ of the Bellator organization. Patricio Pitbull Freire, the featherweight champion of Bellator, going up in weight to fight the current lightweight Bellator champion in Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler needs no introduction. If you're an MMA fan, he was just voted in 2018 the #1 best fighter in all of Bellator history, and how can you deny that? He has won the lightweight championship 3 times. He has only had a few setbacks in his career, and one was really really tough to watch, especially when he came up short to Will Brooks in 2 back-to-back instances. But since then, he's been on a tear, just coming up short once against Brent Primus, but it was coming from like a spooky leg injury. But he was later able to take it back in his last fight and leave no doubt to the fans, leave no doubt to the judges that Michael Chandler is the far superior fighter when he beat Brent Primus via unanimous decision. They are both absolute brawlers. They both have fantastic cardio tanks, can go that 25 minutes if needed be. Those Pitbull brothers, I find when they throw their striking, they're just so aggressive that it kind of scares people off. But someone that's a little bit more calculative in their approach, like Michael Chandler, is going to be able to pick apart these mistakes that the Pitbull brothers throw when they get wild and they kind of drop their guard a little bit and put their head down and look towards their feet rather than at the opponent's eyes, which is a big mistake. Michael Chandler is also a far superior wrestler. Besides the fact that Michael Chandler should have been watching those tapes, so I'm sure he did, Pitbull Frere was susceptible to leg kicks as when he was defeated against Benson Henderson. He should use that as simply a setup to get in and get a hold of the Pitbull brother and take him down. I know the Pitbull brothers are Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts, I get that. But Michael Chandler's wrestling is so superior. His Jiu-Jitsu is still not of that quality of the Pitbull brothers, but still of an amazing quality that I think his wrestling and his fight IQ on the ground is going to be able to negate any Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that Pitbull has to bring to the table. Keys to victory for Pitbull is obviously keep it standing and try to land that big bomb, but don't just throw that by itself. Set it up with a few jabs, mix it up with a few little kicks, whatever. Don't go in there swinging like a beast, because I think Michael Chandler is going to be able to catch you. He's been in these style fights before with Eddie Alvarez, one of the greatest lightweights in the damn world. And I don't think you're going to be able to bring anything that's proprietary in the eyes of Michael Chandler that he's not going to be able to handle. So I do see Michael Chandler winning this, and I see him winning it in the 3rd round as well by a TKO. Tire Pitbull out, and Pitbull's going to find that he's still a little bit too small for that division, and I think Michael Chandler's just going to be able to tire him out, switch levels, catch him off guard, take him to the ground and pound him until the ref pulls him off. And that is what I think, guys. I'm telling you right now, this card is fantastic. We also have previous featherweight champ Pat Curran on the card. Bellator is the real deal. UFC is not the only MMA organization of that caliber. I'm telling you. I'm just gonna zip it up, like and subscribe, dislike, whatever. Leave a comment, both negative or positive. Doesn't matter. Side with me, go against me. I love you guys. Thanks so much. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy Bellator this weekend. Peace.